Hello and welcome back to my channel. This is Early Career Academic. On this channel, I explore how I use the Passion Planner to set personal and professional goals. In this video, I'm going to do an academic writing sprint check-in. For those of you who've been watching my channel this month, I am doing a little sort of mini series in which I check in with you about how my academic writing sprint is going. I decided to use the month of April to challenge myself to do some academic research or writing every single day, or as many days as I possibly could. At the beginning of the sprint, I did kind of lay out for myself what my month looked like, and I tried to estimate the number of hours that I would have in that month to achieve the goal that I would like. I did get to the first goal, which was to get the proofs in for an article that just came out. I did share a link in my stories on Instagram. I'll try to remember to put a link to my academic article in the description of this video. The other goal I have is to write a literature review based on the research that I'm doing for my edited collection. And I am still, at the moment, still reading papers, still annotating. And if you watched my last video, which I'll try to remember to link, I talked about my process for annotating, reading and annotating scholarly sources. And this is the index method that I use here. I just jot down the most essential ideas that I may want to put in my literature review from a given source. So that's what I talked about in the last video. As I said, it's still reading and annotating. I'm really hoping to at least be able to write a partial review before the end of the month. I think having that drafted will just make me feel really good about going into the month of May and all of its all the demands that will be on my time in that month. And maybe I'll be able to kind of keep this streak going, because I honestly do need to get some things squared away before summer starts. So I'm gonna do a quick check-in with you here, and then I'm going to do a little sped up video of me doing my research and annotating. We'll see how many things I can get done in this like nap window that my daughter has right now. That's when I prefer to do the academic writing. So in the back pages of my Passion Planner is where I am keeping track of my academic writing. Now, this is a year in pixels. This is a free PDF on the Passion Planner website, and I just come in here with my 3 colors, and depending on if I did any research or writing or none, I come in and I color that day. So yesterday, honestly, I can't even remember. Did I do any academic writing? I did. Nice. So I'm in this sense, it was research specifically. So I'm going to go ahead and give myself credit for that. You can already see that April is actually more active than any of the other months in this year so far. I also went ahead and I squared off like the weeks that I had that I know my periods happened, because I wondered if there was a correlation between my productivity and my cycle. If you guys watched my my cycle syncing video, I talk about like how your cycle might affect your productivity. And as you can see, and I didn't know this until I just squared this off, but there's definitely a drop in productivity when my period comes. So something to be aware of if you are a menstruating person. So anyway, as you can see, I think my streak is helping, and I'm hoping I can kind of keep it going through the end of the month. This is the other spread that I'm using to keep track of what I'm working on. This is the project I'm working on right now, hoping to have it in a good place by the end of this month. I am dropping this project because I do not have time for it this year. I'm just going to put it in my someday projects and come back to it at another time. And then this is the project that I want to start this summer. So that's the goal, is to get this one in a good place to do this. Now I'll have to do these simultaneously because there are checkpoints for this other project, but I want to have as much done on here as possible so when I start this, I'm not feeling too overwhelmed in the summertime. And then the only other spreads I use to track academic writing are these spreads. This is the someday academic writing ideas that I have. As they come up, I pop them on here. And then this is actually for the project I'm working on now. It's sort of a checklist of activities that I need to do. I'm still in this phase up here in the research and collecting annotations, so I'm hoping to kind of get farther down through this list before the summer starts. Okay, so that's how I'm keeping track. of my academic writing, and I'm going to get my computer set up here so that I can go ahead and do that, and then I'm hoping to circle back with you all at the end of the video to say how it went. Okay, so my academic writing period is over. As I showed you, my daughter is up. So it is time to go grab her. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and mark down, give myself a little credit. I am actually really interested in the article that I didn't quite finish reading because it's extremely relevant to my project, and actually one of the authors of that paper is a contributor to the volume. So always kind of cool to see that. But you know, I have some notes here in these cards, and I will be, of course, finishing that when I get the chance. Sometimes I get a chance during the day to at least finish out the reading that I was on. Sometimes I don't, so it just depends. Oh, I did want to note, if you were watching the sped up bit of this video, I do put, like, if I see a source cite another source and I don't have that already on my list, I do jot it down at the bottom and then go back and just see like how relevant it really is. If it is, I'll pull it into my list and go like track it down. So that's just one tip if you are looking for tips for academic research and writing. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking with me for this academic check-in. I'm hoping to continue my sprint, hoping to have another check-in with you next week, and then a wrap-up where I tell you exactly what I was able to accomplish in the sprint, and fingers crossed that is going to be a draft of a literature review, or at least a partial literature review. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned. I have some more planning videos heading your way, and please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already. See you soon. Bye.